Hey friends, Sheree here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm here to share more about my Azure Standard haul that I shared with you guys in the last video. So in this part 2 of this video, we're gonna do a little bit of cooking with the Azure Standard vegetables, and I'm pairing it with some meats that I get in my monthly butcher box. So I think you'll enjoy that if you like cooking. And then we're gonna roll into some gardening. I have some new plants that I got in, so I up-pot them with you, and then I share with you a lot of seeds that I saved from last year. We'll talk a little bit about that. I think in this video I put in a little clip of one of my fruit trees, so just, a little fun little gardening update. And then I also share with you a little bit of sewing, some recent makes, as well as some recent patterns I picked up during pattern sales. So if you're interested in seeing any of these things, stay tuned. And remember to check the description box to look for any links to products or websites, as well as any previously made videos that I mentioned throughout this video, if you need to get caught up, okay? So let's first get into the Azure Standard and Butcher Box meal prepping. Hey y'all, Sheree here. So we're gonna put our new Azure Standard produce to the test. I'm gonna combine it with this beautiful little chicken. This is from Butcher Box. I've been a member of Butcher Box, I think almost 2 years now. If you're interested in trying it out, I will put my affiliate code in the description box so you can save some money. But they had a special on some heirloom slow growth chicken, and this is not the typical chicken that I get with my orders. Actually, let me grab one of those and show that, because I do have one of those. So this is the typical chicken that comes with the Butcher Box. It's a bit bigger, but it's also organic. This one here is not organic. It's free range though, and it's certified with the animal welfare certificate. And so you can see there's a size difference here. So I'm going to be cooking this one and making it chicken soup. This one here I'm going to roast with some of the vegetables from Azure Standard. This is going to be dinner tonight. I'm excited about this. It's a smaller portion. It's just me and my husband tonight, and so that'll be a nice portion. So I'm going to get the chicken cleaned up really good. I'm going to get my vegetables chopped, and then we'll do a quick little cooking together. All right, so here are the vegetables. I'm going to get them cleaned and peeled and chopped and ready in the pot along with the chicken. All right, friends, so while I was cooking, I got a phone call from my daughter. I love talking to her on the phone while I'm in the kitchen preparing dinner, so I'm gonna do a voiceover here. So you can see here, I browned the chicken up really well. I have my favorite little spice blends that I mix up, and I took the chicken out and started adding in the diced vegetables. Lots of onions, getting those browned up a little bit, and I'm using those to kind of scrape up those pan juices and the little spices and all the goodness that's at the bottom of the pot. I have a lot more of the vegetables already chopped and ready to add, but just browning, not really fully caramelizing, but just browning up the onions a little bit, and then going in, adding in some of the red pepper. I have some of that fresh turmeric and the fresh garlic cloves, again, all from Azure Standard. I added a few leeks, also from the Azure Standard haul. Again, I will be linking to that haul video in the description box in case you are new here and you haven't seen it. And then the final vegetables that I'm adding to this chicken pot roast is some carrots, again from Azure Standard. So this is just a pot of really delicious and nutritious vegetables as the base for the chicken roast. I came in with a little bit more of my seasoned blend. This time is 21 dried herbs spice blend that I like to use. No salt, but adds a lot of flavor. And then, yeah, I'm just got those just a little bit softened up. And then I'm going to bring my chicken back in, place it on top of the vegetables. I'm going to get that covered up. I have my oven temperature set at convection roast, 350, 400 degrees. And yeah, I'm going to let her cook down. Okay, so I'm making a mess, but next I'm starting up this chicken soup. Okay, so that pan was sizzling. I had the oven fan on above me. The oven fan for the convection roast was running. So I'm going to go ahead and voice over this part too. This is that second chicken, as I said. This is the organic one from Butcher Box. I'm getting this browned up with a different spice blend. And yeah, just browning on both sides. And then because this is a stew, I just like to pre-cook the chicken a little bit to get a little bit of that caramelized flavor going. And then I'm going to come in. This is a little knob of that fresh turmeric from Azure Standard that I had left over. I'm going to get that peeled and chopped. And then I'm going to add in both of these stocks. So 1 carton of organic chicken stock, 1 carton of organic vegetable stock. I tossed in some more chopped onions and that turmeric, the fresh turmeric, as well as some whole garlic cloves. And after this cooks some, I'm going to come in with more onions. So I'm going to let the first round of onions really cook and get super soft. And then I'll add in more onions with some of the other vegetables that I will be putting in with the stew. So yeah, I just got this up to a boil, put it down to a simmer, and I'll just simmer the chicken and then add the vegetables in a little bit. This is after about 45 minutes. Convection roast 400 is the settings on the oven. I'm gonna actually let this rest for about 5-10 minutes before I serve it. Okay, and so here's that roasted chicken served up. The vegetables were just sweet and delicious, still with a lot of texture and bite. So yummy. The chicken was tender and delicious, and we just had it with a little bit of rice. Okay, and here's a glance back at the soup or stew as it was cooking. The broth is just so rich and delicious. It's at this stage now. I mean, the chicken just falls off the bone. I will debone kind of the breast area. I like to leave, chunks. So I'll leave the leg and the thigh as is, but I'm going to get the vegetables in here and let it continue to cook. Okay, the next meal prep item I started was just a beef roast. Again, using up a piece of meat from my Butcher Box order. This is something, again, you can cook and then reheat easily in that pan. So I have a couple nights dinner ready. All right, friends, so I got the onions, garlic, carrots, and peppers. All right, friends, so I got the onions, garlic, carrots, and peppers, all from the Azure Standard haul, on top of this browned beef from Butcher Box. It's a grass-fed, boneless chuck roast. And yeah, I have my oven on convection roast 375. Gonna put the lid on this thing and I'm gonna put it in the oven and I'm just gonna let it cook and simmer. All these juices from the vegetables and the flavors, got my seasonings in there, just gonna drizzle down and just cook that beef to deliciousness. While that beef was cooking down, I went on and prepped a couple veggie snack boxes for my husband to take to work. And then here is the beef roast. You can see the caramelization of those vegetables. And then here again, same vegetable combination from Azure Standard, chopped and getting sauteed a little bit. And this is for that chicken soup or stew that I've had already started. So I got these into a fresh pan, sauteing those up. And then I just transferred the contents from the previous pot with the chicken into it. And you can see here how I have broken up some of the chicken, left some big chunks. And this is just going to be a very quick and easy reheat in the pot dinner for tomorrow. I hope you guys enjoyed cooking and meal prepping a little bit for me. As you can see, I used those Azure standard vegetables. They were so delicious and so fresh. I cooked up a bunch of other things, and I think I recorded some things to share in future videos. I definitely did. I think it's a part 3 and a part 4. I don't know how I'm gonna break the footage up, but I definitely recorded some more things with some of the other vegetables, and then we still have a whole video talking about all the dry goods that I bought in that haul video. Remember, again, that video is linked in the description box. So now we're gonna switch and talk a little bit about sewing. We'll see some recent makes, and I also have a little pattern haul. Okay, so just a little bit of sewing update. I just want to share with you all some of the aprons that I've been working on lately. Doing a lot of aprons and napkins, and I have a bunch of other stuff that I've made up. All home kitchen related, hand sewn items. I just love fabric. I love all the colors. I love things that are both practical and beautiful. And I think that, you know, is usually reflected in the things that I spend the time sewing. So yeah, love these half aprons. I'm a fan of a half apron. I tend to not want pockets either because, you know, I'll put something in and forget it and then remember when it's in the wash. And so yeah, these are just simple half aprons. I will share some pictures of some other ones that I made in different fabrics.
Yesterday there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane, and as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now there's something in the air and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Oh, dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoe.
Okay, friends, so you saw the aprons, and now I want to show you quickly some patterns that I picked up at recent pattern sales at Joann's. I've been really good, I have to say, about not continuously buying too many patterns because I have such a long to-sew list already. But I'm always looking for a cute summer dress. I bought this for view A, but I do like the little flutter sleeves on view B. Love a tiered dress, love a dress with pockets. So I have moved this up on the list. This is Butterick 6983. And that's for woven fabrics. Here's another one for woven fabrics. Same, very similar style. Just, I like that drop waist on there. And it's, you know, that kind of short dress look. So this one is Butterick 6977. I got this pant pattern. I would think I'm probably going to make view B. I love crops. I don't really wear shorts. I love long pants, but I like crop pants in the summer. So this is Simplicity. That's the rack number. Let me get the real pattern number. This is Simplicity 9923. I don't know. Maybe I'll make some shorts too. I put this out on the counter now. I think I'm going to work on that pretty soon. So yeah, love that. Then next we have this Simplicity pattern. I don't know, it looks like she's wearing this out the house, but this looks like a loungy set to me. So I'm thinking about making view B and view A view D, just as like some summer PJ in the house lounge kind of set. And this is Simplicity 9928. And then this final pattern is my current favorite right now because I love the pants. I love the pants actually in both lengths. Love the top. So I like this kind of 4-season capabilities of this pattern. This is Simplicity. This is Butterick. Butterick 6982. Super cute. And I think I'm gonna make some white pants. I haven't made white linen pants in a while. So I think I might make a new pair of white linen pants. Love that. So yeah, that's a peek at some of the patterns that I have bought recently that I hope to get sewn up before winter comes. We shall see. All right, so that's it for our sewing portion for today. I'm already looking forward to sharing some more makes with you guys in upcoming videos. Now we're gonna move on to a gardening update. So we'll have a peek at these beautiful new plants that I got in, 30 different herb plants. Well, they're not all different. They're not all different varieties, but I got, I think, 30 plants. And then some other things that I'm starting, I think sweet potato slips. Let's see, let's get into that. Okay, friends, so I've reached that stage in the gardening season where, I mean, every day there's some little thing I have to do, even if it's just, you know, watering and tending to the seedlings in the indoor grow room. But I am getting to the stage where I'm putting more and more effort into preparing things that are going to be going out into the garden. I got in an online shipment of some herb starts. There are some herbs that I like to grow that are only, you can't grow them from seed, they're grown through propagation. I did plant many of these last year and am anxiously awaiting to see if they survived our winter or not. But I know I want to grow them again this year, so I went on and ordered my starts. So I'm gonna get those potted up from the little packaging that they came into. And then I have another couple of things that I want to pot up, and I'll just share little glimpses with you guys. And yeah, a couple more things. We'll see what all I can get done today. It's a rainy day. And so, yeah, I'm going to have some fun gardening indoors. So I ordered 30 different starter plants. Well, they're not all different, but I got 30 plants. I got multiples of some. And so, yeah, I'm going to get those out of the packaging. And I will say, you know, if you live in an area where your local nursery, you know, sells all the different kind of plants, of course, get them there. But do know there are a lot of options online on Etsy. Just, you know, do a quick internet search for whatever it is you're looking for, and different places will pop up that ship. That's what I do. And so I'm going to get these out of the packaging and we'll start potting these up.
Yesterday there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now there's something in the air and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Oh, dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes, undercover agents of the other. Beyond gravel, beyond all. Hand in hand, building castles out of sand, reaching for the grand. As willows align, we lose track of time. Head up high, now we climb. Dreamy, breezy, we go. Easy, easy on our tiptoes,
things started here. Since I had space, this is just the extra tray for the remaining herbs. They're, like I said, they're all minced with the exception of one variegated lemon thyme plant that I have there. And I actually split that in two already because it was very big. So I can already have 2 plants to start off with. So, but I wanted to go ahead and use the rest of the space in this tray. I have more seeds that I need to sow. Again, I'm in that time frame here in Minnesota Zone 4. And so I mentioned in my Azure Standard Haul video from last week, part 1, that I saved a ton of seeds from the sweet red bell peppers that I got in that haul. They were absolutely incredibly delicious, like surprisingly so. And so I went on and saved seeds that each pepper was filled with seeds. I added one more pepper seed bunch to here. So these are the seeds I got from 3 bell peppers. Amazing. And there were dozens in that box. And so here I sowed 12. I just did a 3x4 little grid and plopped 1 seed into each hole. So that way I can actually see the germination rate as well. I'm not sure if I'm going to transplant all 12 into the garden, but I will transplant some because I want to see what peppers grow from these seeds. If I can get those same sweet peppers that I bought and still have all those seeds, that would be my bell pepper stash for a lifetime. And then in this tray here, I just started some more romaine lettuce. I've already started a bunch, so this will be a part of my second round of succession sowing. So this is the Vivian romaine from Botanical Interest. That's a new variety for me this year. And then I sowed some more 1,000 head kale, and both of those I just did a little line, half on each side. And yeah, so I'm gonna put these over with the rest of them. We'll do a quick scan of what's there, and I'll talk to you guys more about all the hundreds of herb plants that I will be adding to my garden in a separate video. Okay, so I finished up getting all of those herbs, mostly mints, up potted. And I'm going to show you those at the end. Now I'm going to move on to the next task of the day, which is starting more sweet potato slips. All right, so I have 5 different sweet potatoes here. I have already started more sweet potato slips, but I'm going to start these new because I had a few more that started to sprout on the counter. This is a purple sweet potato that I got from Whole Foods. I could cut off a lot of this, but I'm going to try to get a lot of these sweet potato slips. This variety is one of my favorite sweet potatoes. And so I'm just going to go ahead and put this whole thing in there. And all I'm doing is I'm trying to get, like, I'll bring some more soil in too. I'm just going to get it down in here so the part that's already sprouting has some contact with soil. And then my hope is that more sprouts will come out. And yeah, so I'm just going to do that. I think I'm going to use 2 containers. This one here is one of the sweet potatoes, one of the Japanese sweet potatoes from my Azure Standard haul, which I shared in my last video, which I will link to in the description box. This is a white Japanese sweet potato. And then this one here is another sweet potato, Japanese sweet potato from Azure Standard. This is the purple Japanese sweet potato from Azure Standard. I'm going to put these 2 in a different container. Or actually, no, maybe I'll put this one long one here, this other purple one here. This is just an organic red sweet potato from Whole Foods. And then this is another organic, the sprouts coming out are purple. I'm going to cut into this a little bit, see if I can see what that is. Yeah, so this is a Japanese sweet potato also. I think this is definitely also from Whole Foods. But the interior of this is also white. It has purple skin, but it's white on the inside. This purple sweet potato is purple on the inside also. And so is the purple sweet potato from Azure Standard. So yeah, the Japanese sweet potatoes have different colors, and I like sweet potatoes and yams, so I just like to try them all. But I don't know if I shared that. I did record it with the intention of sharing it, but then I think I never did. Maybe I'll add it in. But I was showing you all the different sweet potatoes that I get at my local Whole Foods. My local Whole Foods typically year-round has 5 different varieties of sweet potatoes. The purple sweet potato is the one that sometimes is like when I go, they're out of stock. And it's my favorite. So if I can get these to grow, it would be great. I bought some purple sweet potato slips my second garden year. They were so expensive. And they just, some of them didn't even, I think I bought like a 3-pack, and 2 of them didn't even survive the shipping because I think it was still a little cold here to have them shipped. But if I didn't get them, like the growing season is so long that I probably wouldn't have gotten sweet potatoes. And then they grew like a lot of vines. They were starting their tubers, but our season ended. And so this year, I will be growing these in my new greenhouse. And so I should be able to, first of all, keep it warm enough for longer. I should be able to get them out earlier, and I can leave them in the greenhouse longer so that they are protected from cold and frost. And so this will be interesting to see if I can really get, good sweet potatoes here in Minnesota Zone 4. We'll see. So anyway, I'm going to get the other container. I'm going to get labels on these because I do want to keep track of what's what, so I can see what grew slips well and what, hopefully produced the best. So I like to label. I think especially when, you're new to it. I don't understand why you wouldn't label, so I'm going to label. So yeah, let me do that, and we'll get these into a second container. All right, so my final task for today is to get the remainder of the beans that I grew last year that I let, go to seed and dry out. I need to shuck them from these and sort them so I can get them labeled and put away. This is just like a mixture I just went through like right before our freeze came in, and just collected as many pods as I could. And some of them were a little moist. So I had these just kind of laid out on the table in my sunroom for a while. And they were just all mixtures. I wasn't taking care to sort them. But I know all the beans that I grew last year, and I know what they look like. The first year, when you grow a lot of things, you don't, remember what things look like. But after you grow it for a while, you remember. And I grow a lot of different varieties, so it's a lot to keep track of. So these I could keep to cook, as dried beans. But I purposely let some go to just full seed and dry out. Because now I don't have to buy more bean seeds. So I'm basically getting years and years supply from just letting a few pods dry out at the end. So I've already collected, most of the beans I grew, I ate fresh. And then ones that I was growing for dried beans, I already collected jars of those. I shared them in a short. I'll talk about those later. And then now, again, if I want to save some, depending on how many I have, but certainly I will be replanting some of these. And usually I plant like 4 to 6 beans per grow bag. So, I mean, this is already several years worth of fresh beans if I don't save them again. And I have a lot more to do. So I'm going to get these cracked open. I won't know what's in what until I open them up, but I'll crack them open, get sorted, and I'll be back to show you what all I collected from these dried bean pods. Okay, so here's what I got from those remaining pods. Basically, I think 5 different kinds of beans. These are kind of what I'm going to call seconds. I'm going to sort those. These I realized after I had already started mixing them. I accidentally mixed 2 different kinds of beans because they were both tan. And then as I was going, I'm like, oh no, these are 2 different beans. So I'll sort those. And then this is a bean variety. I think these are the Black Cherokee Trail of Tears. And then these are the, they have a couple names like skunk beans. Yeah, I'll look at the packets. I'll be doing a video later in the season when I actually sow my beans for 2024, and I'll share some of the varieties. And then this is a different bean. Again, I can't remember the name. I have a video, several bean videos, so I'll just look back or pull my packets to make sure I'm labeling them correctly. But let me go get the beans that I saved earlier in the season. And yeah, we'll see how much, just so I can show you all like all the different beans that I saved. So I don't have to buy these particular beans anymore. And I'm going to do the same thing this year. I'm going to pull a couple varieties that I want to grow extra of so that I can save this, let them go to seed, to dried bean seed, and save those. Okay, so here are all the different mints after uppotting. Yeah, I'm going to leave them here for a day as I need to make some space for them down in my grow room. Next, I'm going to be uppotting some peppers, and that they will get moved off of the shelf, and then I will put these things on there. So yeah, I will update you guys soon. All right, so here's a little recap. Some of the beans that we just did today, that's that mixture. And then up here, these are some of the ones we did today here. These here are, I think these are the red swan bush beans. I shucked them, hulled them, whatever you call the process. I think it's called hulling earlier. This is the black bean that we just did. And then these are a bunch of the ones that I did earlier. Again, these are all beans that I grew in the 2023 grow season. So last summer, less than a year ago. I have this little bit in here. I found one jar where I had a random mix and I need to get those sorted. Here are more of those. I think these are called Calypso beans. Again, I'm going to do a video on my beans when I sow them again. I did one last year for my old gardening channel, shared a lot of varieties. So I'll do that again over here for anyone who is interested. I have several dozen varieties of beans. I can't grow them all at once, in one season. So I think I'm going to pick some new varieties that I haven't grown last year, because again, I want to taste them, I want to save some, and then at some point when I am living on a bigger property, I'll be able to grow all my beans at one time maybe. But anyway, it was really fun. It's so easy to just let some pods continue to grow, and don't eat them as green beans. And then you can literally save years worth of beans for future sowing. And then some of these, I cooked some beans already. I think I recorded it. We'll see. I'll share some footage, but I'm definitely gonna cook some more of these soon as well. So I'm gonna package some up for future sowing, maybe regrowing some already this season. But I'm definitely going to cook some of these so I can taste them and see if they are beans that I like also as dried cooked beans, or if I will continue to just grow them to eat as fresh green beans. All right, so that's it for the beans for today in saving seeds. It's so easy. Look at how beautifully the cherry tree is blooming. Last year we harvested a handful of fruit. This got nibbled on quite a bit by the deer, but the little branches that are remaining seems to have survived and are sprouting out. So I'm going to do my research and see some of the things that I can do to keep her going. But I did get another one of exactly these trees, and I will be planting it in another part of the garden that's protected, because we really love cherries. All right, friends, it's been 3 days, I think, and I just want to show you the little progress here. Nothing from the peppers. I'm gonna put these outside. Peppers can take a while to germinate, but these here, these are the greens that I sowed, the lettuces, they have sprouted, and that 1,000-head kale. And then all the transplants are looking really good. Nothing wilted. They look great. These are all herbs that are going to be fine at the current temperatures, so I do not need to keep these indoors. Actually, I look back at my videos from last year when I transplanted these herbs outside, and it was actually in April, and they all did great. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. They will be sitting in full sun. You can see here that I'm getting sprouts on these sweet potatoes. So that's awesome. I'm going to keep those going. I might actually put those outside too, see how they do. Put a little dome over it, or just put them in the greenhouse. So yeah, just a little update. You'll see more, hear more about these as we go throughout the garden season. I think I'm going to pinch some of these herbs already before I take them outside and use them in a tea. All right, so that was a fun day. I had a little time block that I set aside to do some indoor gardening, seed starting, because it was raining outside, and I don't know, I love those kind of productive days when it's raining. Sometimes it's a good way for me to actually catch up on those projects that I neglect a little bit when the weather is nice and I just want to be outside all the time. But it's like I had to do something related to gardening every day at this stage of the year. It's just, I go too long with my long Minnesota winter. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed this little compilation vlog video. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys back here again soon. Take good care.